But you want to be a lady.
I've left everything I ever had.
I know you think I'm not half good enough for you.
A very respectable woman.
Give dinner parties and entertain your husband's friends.
I'm sure Cleopatra never bothered about napkin rings.
I'm not a wealthy.
But I want you to be absolutely perfect, you see.
What is a Mennonite woman? They could be characterized by a number of things: their buns, their quilts, their homemaking and hospitality, their last name, the way they dress, their service to the community, prudishness, penny pinching, non-confrontational, proud. They are the backbone of the Mennonite community and the instigators of quiet service. The well-behaved woman spends her day in the kitchen, putting everyone's needs ahead of themselves. You've heard this story before, but you've never heard her story. Why? The answer is simple. Well-behaved women seldom make history. The following is a work of fiction. Any similarity to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely intentional. 1934, the middle of nowhere, Manitoba. German Mennonites fleeing the war were invited to Canada to work the harsh prairie land. Thousands of families practicing non-resistance made their way overseas with the promise of a better life.
Anna!
Coming!
Hurry up! You have to go to bed!
You said you'd help me with my homework.
Fine, I have to go to bed.
No, you don't. You're older than me.
Fine, I want to go to bed. Get over here and practice your presentation.
Okay, well, it all started a long time ago in a palace by the sea. There were princesses, pirates, and witches to see. It was a long time ago.
Not quite. Try. It was 1923. The USSR hated Germany. And we sounded like them, and we wouldn't go fight with the revolutionaries. Stick to the script, on.
Fine. They called us kulaks and threatened our lives.
And typhus was on the rise.
Oh, and something about economics.
This is our family history. This is our family. This is our story to tell.
Of all the strong men
and all the well-behaved women.
Now, where were we? It was an exodus like the Bible. Oh, all of our people were chased by the army with all of their dragons and magic and...
Anna, just stick to the script. 21,000
million people.
No. 21,000
fairies and elves.
No. 21,000 Mennonite people migrated out of the Union
and came to Canada.
Well, Latvia first.
And came to Canada.
Some went down south and some came up here with the help of our brothers and sisters. This is our family.
We traveled across the sea
to find a new life where we could live it freely with our family. We have you all to thank, all you strong men and all you well-behaved women.
Okay, let me try by myself. Once upon a time in a land far away, there lived a father, a mother, and a sister. They were the most beautiful family of fairies.
said this project was for school. Aren't you supposed to tell the story of what really happened?
Well, how's Miss Martin to know that I don't come from a family of fairies?
I think it'll be pretty obvious when I drop you off at the schoolhouse tomorrow without sporting a set of wings.
You could be hiding them. Your parka is quite lumpy, you know, and...
On.
All right. They weren't fairies, but they were on the run from an evil presence that lurked behind every shadow. They had to do everything in their power to get out of the path of evil, for they were carrying the most precious treasure of all.
Evil? Treasure? What are you going on about?
If you'd quit interrupting me, I could get to it.
Please do. I could be sleeping right now.
But you promised to help me. How am I supposed to tell the story of our family coming to Canada when I wasn't even born yet?
How can we speak of the horrors we faced? You were barely a thought. We were running our race. We were hungry and fighting through cold and the dark. They turned us away and they laughed in our faces. A trauma untold with the darkness I hold. You were barely a thought, but the hope that you brought, well, it was full of adventure and heartache. It's an important story to tell, though not full of fairies and magical princesses. It is our history. This is our family. We traveled across the sea to find a new life where we could live it freely with our family. We have you all to thank, all you strong men and all you well-behaved women. Now off to bed.
Nettie, will you read me a bedtime story?
Anna. Anna, let's get to work before Mama gets home. These buns aren't going to bake themselves. Measure out 3 cups of flour.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, Anna, that's too much.
Sorry.
It's fine. I'll take care of it. Why don't you crack the eggs into the mixing bowl?
Okay. Nettie?
Yes,
How many eggshells are supposed to go into the bowl?
preferably none.
Oh, right. I'll just... Nettie?
Yes, Anna.
How much of the mix is supposed to be on the floor?
What do you think you're doing? Would you get your head out of the clouds?
I suppose I'm just a horrid baker.
You and I both know that is not so. What has gotten into you?
I believe everything you've ever taught me has gone in one ear and right out the other. Simply evaporated. Poof, gone.
Oh, is that so? Do we need to start you back in swaddling cloth then?
If you must. I do believe this may be the only reasonable way forward. Begin again from square one.
Would you quit with the theatrics and help me knead this dough?
But really, Nettie, what happens if you leave and everything you ever taught me just goes away? How am I supposed to make buns adequately, or do the mending or washing? I fear with you gone, I will be completely helpless.
Well, if that's the case, I have poorly prepared you, and I am no use to you anyways. Better for you to learn for yourself the way I had to.
Well... then I will have to prove that I am so wonderfully and perfectly adequate that you are so proud of me and let me take care of you for once instead of going off to care for some man.
He is not some man. He's my fiancé, and he's been nothing but a gentleman, and we are to be married.
He is 2 times your age and anything but interesting.
He is a perfectly respectable Mennonite man. Why shouldn't I be his wife?
Exactly. There. A respectable Mennonite man. Is that really how you want to describe your husband?
What do you know of any of this? You're not even 12 years of age. One day you will understand. This is just what is done.
But does it have to be? Remember when I was little and you would tell me Bible stories before bed? You told me about that guy and how he fell for that free-spirited Zipporah, Mary and her husband who defended her honor when no one else would, Rachel and the man who worked for 14 years to marry her, and you want to marry a perfectly respectable Mennonite man.
Anna, this is happening whether you like it or not. Not everything in life is a fairy tale.
Are you calling the Bible a fairy tale?
No! Anne, can you just be happy for me?
Are you happy for you?
What does that matter?
What about Tanta Helen?
What about Tanta Helen?
Remember how she never got married and instead went off to be a missionary?
What is your point?
You used to talk about her all the time like she was the bravest and wisest woman you ever knew. You said you wanted to follow in her footsteps and become a missionary too.
Your point, Anne.
What happened to that idea?
I grew up.
What kind of answer is that? I think you're just afraid.
There are things you cannot understand, Anne. You are young. To you, the whole world is open and ready for you to make your impact. You do not have the burden of the past or memories of what life once was. You do not understand fear. Not like I do. You do not remember gunshots while trying to fall asleep at night. You do not know what it's like to wake up every morning from a nightmare that will haunt you for the rest of your life. For you, the world is stories and romance and adventures without the fear for your survival. You do not understand.
I'm sorry. You're right.
No, I'm sorry. I'm so happy that you get to live a life that's full of potential. That's exactly why we came here in the first place, so that you could live.
Yes, I know.
There are certain expectations that we women have to live up to, though. We can't just run off and study or work where we want to like a man. Women keep houses and grow families and serve others. It's our God-given gift to bear.
Gift? It sounds more like a burden to me. Why can't you serve God and care for others in an orphanage in Ethiopia, or keep a schoolhouse in China, or help families to grow and thrive in India? Isn't that what Tanta Helen is doing? Why is marrying a man the only way you can do it?
It's not as easy as all that. I can't just leave you and Mama alone. And I have my volunteer work at the church.
Mama and me will be just fine. The church will be fine. You taught me well, remember?
And what about my betrothed, then, What do you suppose I tell him?
Oh, you could write him a letter. My dearest betrothed, I don't want to marry you. You smell of cows and old shoes.
Anna, no! You can't just tell a man you're engaged to that he smells of old shoes.
I don't see why not.
If I was going to write him a letter...
And you write the best letters.
I would just be honest, I suppose. Tell him about my dreams and wants, and hope that he's reasonable enough to understand.
So you write it then.
Well, maybe I will, but just as an example. To teach you proper manners and etiquette when it comes to writing letters.
Sure.
You'd begin with a nice compliment, such as, "The time we have shared together has been perfectly adequate."
And you wanted to marry him?
Next, you would get to the point of the letter. "I confess that I have a deep desire to serve God how He intended, and in my life, I believe that to be with the people of Africa."
That's specific.
Well, it's just an example, of course. I heard Miss Dirksen speaking about a group preparing for the trip to Sharati just last week. They are bringing medical aid to the community there, and had mentioned that she is specifically looking for women who are interested in midwifery.
Wait. So you're giving up this guy just to go be a wife in Africa?
No, midwifery is helping with births and pregnancies. It's very important. When Mama had you, I saw many women come around her and ease the process. It inspired me. Women helping each other in a vulnerable and stressful time in their life. Something every woman deserves to have when that time comes.
I don't know. When I saw the Hildebrands cow give birth, I could barely eat for the rest of the week.
Yes, it's not for the faint of heart. It wasn't so pleasant watching your birth either, but it was a miracle, and one I am infinitely grateful to have witnessed.
So you're putting all that in the letter?
No. This is just for your education. Remember?
Right.
Next, I would tell him of all the important reasons why I need to go. Though the expectations have always been to be married and have children, I wonder if God has a different plan for my life. One where I can support women who are in difficult situations, to care for the widows and orphans just as Jesus has asked of us. It's only hypothetical. If I were writing a letter I'd send to ya, I'd dot every I and I'd cross every T. As the well-behaved woman you thought me to be, I have lived much more life by the time I was 3. I had to grow up, I had a woman to be, but I'm not. I am hoping, I am growing. Am I going? I am going.
You've been listening to the Well-Behaved Woman podcast musical. This project was made possible thanks to Canadian Mennonite Magazine's Menno Creative Grant. Special thanks to our band members, Wanda Froese on the piano, Mikayla Clay on the fiddle, and our audio engineer Andre Antonio, recorded live at Odd Owl Studios. Nettie was played by Robyn Froese, and Anne was played by Katrina McCarthy. Music and lyrics were composed by Robyn Froese, and book by Katrina McCarthy. Tune in next time to see what adventure Anne will be up to.